you have to be really disciplined to not overdo it and hit the wall. So that takes a lot out of you mentally, and I think for tomorrow at least, try to stay off the wall for as long as I can throughout the race until the end, just to save myself mentally, because I was pretty worn out after the Xfinity race, running up against the wall. Our car feels pretty good for the Cup car. I was really happy with it. Yeah, just long race. It does take a lot out of you.
Alex Bowman told me that he felt like it was going to be aggressive from the get-go, from the start, even though it's a long race. Nobody's going to hold back right at the beginning. It used to be sort of pace yourself. He said you don't see that anymore.
Yeah, you don't really pace yourself too much. Intensity definitely ramps up there at the end, but from the beginning, guys are going hard. It seems like there's a lot of opportunity to wreck, and not everybody finishes the race. So, I just want to be fresh there at the end of the 600 miles.
Good luck.
Thank you.
After Ricky and Kyle did their thing last week and we got a $75,000 fine, does that kind of number stick in the back of your head when you have some point in the future an opportunity to be mad at somebody and you have to decide what to do?
Yeah, that's why you'd never see me throw on the first one, because I was afraid of that the whole time. So I'll eat one and then come back. Sometimes you can't get one back, but I don't know if overboard is the right word, but it seemed pretty severe of a fine.
So, you know how this deal works, and you know that people pay a lot of attention to the fights. It's interesting, if you look at, you post something, right, you can have the best story ever. But I'll tell you what, as soon as somebody fights, it doesn't matter what. Ryan Newman had a little pushing match, etc. And the hits are incredible. Somebody told me their site got more hits than any other news that was on their site based on fighting. You're cognizant of that. You're not trying to get that kind of attention, but does that surprise you?
Not at all. I think anytime more people know Ricky Stenhouse's name, and they probably already knew Kyle Busch's name, but they knew Ricky Stenhouse's name way more on Monday than they did Sunday morning. So, it's headlines. I'm not saying fights every week, but it's good for the sport, I think. You don't want to see anyone get hurt, but we spend 7 days a week, 24 hours every day, eat, sleep, breathing, racing, and the emotions they come out, and I think that's what you saw this past weekend with Ricky and Kyle. So it's hard to ask a bunch of race car drivers not to be aggressive and keep their emotions intact after you literally spend all week preparing for a race. And so definitely I think it's good for the sport. But like I said, I don't want to see anyone get hurt or whatnot, but it definitely, we're not where we once were, and this past weekend definitely helped us get back to where we once were.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Noah, you made your return to the Xfinity Series today with Rette Jones, mixed it up in the top 10, led some laps even though you didn't finish there. What was it like returning to the series, and how was the racing as well?
Yeah, it was fun. I raced the Rette Jones Racing super late model at the Derby, and it was definitely a big challenge. There's a lot of adversity throughout the weekend, from unloading to just how practice went. A lot to learn for those guys, but I'm very grateful for Terry and the rest of the Jones family, Mark, Rette, every guy on the team. We're all learning together. So we were 31st in practice, and then qualified 18th, and then ran up in the top 10. So we got some stuff to clean up and whatnot, but it was I don't know, it's not what I remember.
You jumped out though and had a big smile on your face at the end of that race. I know you guys are planning on 4 total. Is this just about as much about having fun as it is about building Rette Jones and their Xfinity program?
Yeah, I think I have to remind myself to have fun, because when I got out of the Xfinity Series, I think I had like 9 top 5 finishes in the last 10 races, and 5 of them were wins. So really felt like I got a handle on things. And then I got out in the Xfinity car this weekend, and I was out of control and I was out of my element. So then when I got in the Cup car today, like, all right, this feels like home. Just adapt over time, and kind of lost my old habits of making speed in the Xfinity car, and feel like they don't really work. Like my tendencies that I've had over the past 2 years in the Cup Series and driving this car, you definitely have to change, and it's taken me a long time to adapt to it, but I feel really comfortable in it. So.
Trenton Worsham with Frontstretch.com. Come back for more great racing videos. And if you like us, don't forget to hit the subscribe button.